дайверы так питаются. Да. Питаются дайверы.
Да, так дайверы питаются.
Бедолаги. Лапшу на снег.
Аква. Не дай себе засохнуть.
Да, вот. Смена трубки на регулятор и обратно. Показывая жестом. Мы дышим из трубки, делаем вдох, выдох, вдох, выдох. Пока мы дышим из трубки, мы находим регулятор. Трубку мы изо рта не отпускаем, чтобы потому что потом начнем мешкаться, чтобы не можем найти регулятор. Первое, что делаем, находим регулятор. Делаем это просто. Мы наклоняемся на правый бок, заводим правую руку к ноге и за спину, вводим вперед, левой рукой оттягиваемся, находим регулятор. Делаем большой вдох, выпускаем трубку изо рта и смотрим, чтобы у нас выходили пузырьки, потому что дайвинг не задерживает дыхание. Вставляем регулятор в рот, делаем выдох. Вызов дыхания. Также, если как альтернативу, можно нажать на кнопку подачи воздуха, чтобы прочистить воду из регулятора. Дальше, как мы меняем обратно? Делаем, дышим нормально из акваланга. Делаем вдох, выдох, вдох, выдох. Потом мы делаем большой вдох, отпускаем регулятор, находим трубку, делаем большой выдох. Если вдруг в трубке осталась вода, то мы делаем медленный вдох, чтобы не захлебнуться. Потом делаем также большой выдох. Когда вода все вышла из трубки, сигнализируем, что у нас все окей. На этом заканчиваем упражнение.
Sudah di sepetan pecalang coba hitung katanya. Nih. Sing ada namanya Panu ini. Maju aku puja. Ini punya ke persembahan kita yang berikutnya. Ini punya ke yang berikut nih. Langsung ambil. Dapat langsung ambil gitu ya. Ya. Male apa sih? Male kudun ki. Male asiki. Oke, pas. Inggih, tepuk tangan ya, sekarang kami tuli ke Tari Cendrawasih.
Alright, so I didn't really speak for the camera for a while because I was studying for the in-water portion of the PADI Divemaster course. So over the course of the last 7 days or so, I did a lot of stuff which I'm gonna talk about now. So the first thing that I did was search and recovery of the object underwater. So you have to swim with the compass a certain pattern which can be a U pattern. You swim forwards, then you turn 9 degrees, then swim again, you turn 9 degrees, so it's like a snake pattern. There's also expanding square, you start in the beginning, then you just start increasing the square. Each one has its own benefit. I'm not gonna really go deep into them because it's covered in PADI Advanced course and also in PADI Divemaster Manual, and if you're interested you can find it online. So once you find the object, you attach the marker buoy to it in case you need to go and take the lift bag with you, and this also helps you to prevent you losing the object. So once you attach the lift bag, you inflate it and you make sure this whole thing is neutrally buoyant, so you can just push by the rope and it's going to be easier to transport into water and bring it to the surface. Our second thing, I drew the dive set map, which was relatively hard because I only did it in one dive, and usually people do it in more than one dive and more than one person in a group. So the way I did it was take 4 headings on the compass, swim this direction to 9 degrees, and to 9 degrees and 9 degrees, so you have like a rectangle or square depending on the dive side. And then when you swim, you take the depths into the account and the underwater scenery like rocks, corals. And once I finished this, I took my laptop, took a screenshot of the Google Maps of the coastal line, and then I just drew it in Photoshop, the coastline, the buildings, like the forest, and then underwater I drew the depth lines and like the rocks, mooring anchors, and a lot of other stuff, and apparently the map was very good. That's what my instructor told me. Also the dive briefing, so it's done for Discover Local Diving. I was conducting the program to my instructors who were teaching me, and the way I did it was you have a special plastic slate with bullet points what you have to mention, and then you tell the divers, for example, how to enter, where to swim, and immersion procedures, signs, check the pressure, 150, 40, 30, 20, 10, go up, go down, everything okay, problem, and a lot of other signs that you cover in PADI Open Water course. I did it twice. The first time I didn't, it was my first time, so of course I messed up, and I was swimming with 2 instructors, and my instructor told me to look up to the second instructor, and he was to monitor me, and apparently I had to check my instructor's pressure as well. So what my monitoring instructor did at the dive, he gave the camera to the other instructor while I was showing the interesting object on the rack. He just swam to me, pulled out my regulator, hoping I would be scared or something, but I don't know why, I was kind of expecting it, so I acted normally. I thought it was a joke. I was like, oh right, that's funny. I'm gonna definitely include this video now. Yeah, quite funny, isn't it? Alright, so for the second time I was actually conducting the course with a new diver who is new to the area, so it was more useful to me because I knew that I had to teach him and not teach my instructor, because it feels kind of weird to do that to someone who knows the place already. And it went fine. The only comment was I didn't really show enough fish and underwater objects underwater, but it's mostly because I don't really see it yet. I see like big schools of fish, rockfish, but like that's as much as I can show underwater. Also, the hardest thing for me was to do the 20 open water skills that beginner divers have to learn and show before they pass the exam. for me, I had to know how to teach people, and it was the hardest part because you have the aim, you have the name, and you also have the benefit. So it kind of reminds me of the ID structure when you have to say to what extent. The same structure applies here. There's like certain keywords you have to use there, but not here. That was a bit annoying. It took me a while to get used to it, but I think I mastered it. Maybe not. But if you're watching this, I probably haven't mastered it. Vlad is my instructor who's teaching me the PADI Divemaster course. Yeah, so I had to show it underwater. I had to remember all the signs to show. For example, if you are trying to show access with control neutral buoyancy, you have to show this. Controlled emergency ascent is showing out of air and doing this. A lot of fun stuff. Love PADI Divemaster course. So I finished this, and this was pretty much all I had to do for the in-water portion. So yesterday I was studying for the final exam, which is a written exam covering physics, physiology, ethic, and overall topics. I think I had my brain fried yesterday because I got to chapter 9 in PADI Divemaster Manual. It's the last chapter and covers a lot of technical stuff like remembering the PADI rescue, illnesses, like pneumothorax and all other complex names for illnesses which I cannot memorize. Yeah, hard times. How everything works, how to read markings on the cylinder, and I mean a lot of interesting stuff that I would like to know, and also I have to know for the exam. I still have to read the decompression theory and learn how to use ERDP ML, which is electronic planner computer, which is an old-fashioned way diving computer, which tells you how much computer depth or what's the nitrogen group you're going to be up to sometimes. It's a very useful thing, but not nowadays. Okay, so this was all so far for the Divemaster. I mean, I'm also in Bali having fun in addition to studying, because you cannot study all the time for 3 weeks. It reminds me of college and it's kind of summer right now. So what else happened? I reached my 100 dive. Yay! It was very fun. I actually recorded this video I'm gonna show now about the thoughts before my 100 dive. Here it goes. Finally, after more than 7 years of scuba diving, reached the point that I'm about to make my 100 dive. It's a huge achievement and can be thankful now for everything that I managed to see just because I started doing it. So the best part of it is also the night dives. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but more on this later. I have to get prepared and actually go and see the wreck at night. I didn't know what to say because it was my 100th dive. It was also night dive to the wreck, so I had mixed feelings, but it was actually a very fun experience. In the beginning I was like, okay, I was shy a bit, okay, I'm gonna say it. But then I was like, I don't fucking care, because if people don't want to see it, they can sit around. I got actually cool photos, and the instructor recorded me swimming, and this is a video of me swimming naked underwater. Fun times. In addition to this, I also attended the local village celebration of the full moon. It lasts over the course of 3 days, and people come and pray for the gods and bring them gifts. It's like small baskets they make out of palm leaves, and they put food there to praise the gods. And they also have celebration. They have good music, which is very interesting, and I loved it. There's something in it. And they also play the lottery with the good prizes. You can win TV, 32-inch. You can win 2 phones, gas stoves, irons, and ventilators, so fans. I didn't really win anything because I bought only 3 tickets, but some people came with stacks of like this many tickets, probably like 30 or something. And each ticket costs 10,000 Indonesian rupees, which is 10,000, it's less than $1. So, very cheap for foreigners. I'm not sure if it's cheap for locals. It was very fun, we had a good time. Tomorrow is the 20th of July, and tomorrow is the International Women Divers Day, so we all pitched in some money. We're gonna have free diving and good food, probably barbecue thing. Instructors went to the market now to buy food for tomorrow's event, while I'm here studying so I can finish with my exam and just relax for 1 or 2 days while I'm thinking about studying. Because I'm leaving in 4 days, so these are my last days, and there's still more to come.
Yes, of course.
Вы должны находиться сзади там, чтобы я сфотографировал тот, кто качается на качелях, и фон должен быть, что вы там смотрите и радуетесь, что все нормально. Что, друзья, вот и настал этот торжественный момент, когда этот молодой, полный энергии и сил парень готов повесить на себя дайвмастерские погоны. Скажу честно, человек очень ответственно подошел на курс. Все, что надо было и сверх того, выдержал с честью. Я был не строг к тебе. Строг. Но я хотел, чтобы ты по-настоящему был профессионалом. Не просто по бумажке, а получил те знания, которые действительно тебе пригодятся в жизни. Дайвмастером надо быть не на корочке, не на карточке. Дайвмастером надо быть в душе и быть настоящим дайвмастером, готовым помогать будущим дайверам. Я верю на 100%, что ты таким стал.
Ты стал.
Стал.
Спал.
Во время сильных волн.
Да.
Поэтому тебе сейчас предстоит последнее последнее испытание.
Последних погружений.
И дальше ты уже можешь наравне с нами раздавать всем направо и налево команды, командовать дайверами и руководить всем процессом, который будет у тебя. Готов? Снорклер тест. Смотри, смотри. Когда будет уже тяжело, показывай сигналы.
Показывай сигнал какой? Проблема.
Проблема выбора. И так далее. Готов?
Сейчас, счет 3. Готов.
Ты ел сегодня?
Нет.
Все как положено.
Тань.
Давай. Я очень с удовольствием подержу.
Погружаемся.
Давай,
Давай.
Давай.
Есть контакт. Отлично. Ой, да, мама. Не, нормально.
Ты посмотри.
О,
Вообще отлично, мужик.
So this is it. Today is the end of my Bali trip, and tomorrow I'm heading to Denpasar airport to fly back to Moscow. To be honest with you, this trip was absolutely amazing. When I was planning this trip back in November, I didn't expect it to be so much fun. I thought I would be studying every day, and damn, it wouldn't be so much fun because to be related to the course. I saw some videos online and people telling me this course would be fun, but I expected it to be very hard and studying session for 3 weeks, basically like summer school. It turned out that everything was fun and we managed to combine the course and the fun stuff like seeing the mola or the sunfish while doing the deep dive, and I actually managed to film some of it. I also attended some of the fun events not related to the course, like the birthday celebration of dive center owners Olga and Sergey. I also attended the local village celebration because I was invited by the local PADI instructor. His name is Gusti. He speaks a bit of Russian, his English is almost fluent, and he also speaks the local Indonesian language. I also did my 100th dive at night, which was not related for the course. What else did we do? Attended the PADI Women Divers Celebration, which was 2 days ago. It was on 20th of July. We went to the Batu Bilah dive site here in Bali. We had barbecue. I was dressed as Neptune, god of sea. It was absolutely fun. We had a photo shoot underwater and awesome beer and barbecue after this. And yesterday on 21st of July, I actually passed my Dive Master exam, which consists of 2 parts. The first one was the written exam, which was 120 questions, and I got 94% with the passing barrier of 75%. So it was much better than I expected. I think I missed only 5 questions, and to be honest, I didn't really know how I managed to get this high of a score. I guess I was studying too much. And then I also passed a snorkel test, which is the test when they pour alcohol into the funnel and you have to drink it. And it was actually very fun because no one expected me to drink all of it. and I didn't spill anything, so it was absolutely great. I want to thank all of the instructors here who supported me throughout my trip and actually made me enjoy this course. Even though they say they went too hard on me, I think they were. So thank you so much for making this trip an absolutely enjoyable one. And today is my last night and my last speech, I guess.
Hey, good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen from Flight Deck Captain. My name is Harold. Joining me in the flight deck this morning is Mr. Battalion. So I wish to welcome you on board this flight QR 965 for Doha.
So I'm currently in Doha, Qatar, in Hamad International Airport, waiting for my flight to Moscow. Thanks for watching, and I hope I convinced some of you to take the Dive Master course because it's a truly life-changing experience. Okay, off to Moscow and goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Domodedov International Airport, Moscow, Russian Federation.